So let's look at the AND gate. What we're saying is we have two inputs and one output to the AND gate. And we can think of these as true or false, or we can think of them as positive or negative, or we can think of them as 1 or 0. And just like the AND gate, the AND in the truth table, in an AND gate, they both have to be true for this result to be the same. So if we have a positive 5 volts going in here and a positive 5 volts going in here, a positive 5 volts come out here, which we are considering to be true. And if we have a true and a false, the AND gate will give us false. If we have a false and a true, the AND gate will give us false. If we have a false and a false, the AND gate will give us false. And if we look at an OR gate, we have the same situation. So we have input A, input B, and output C. If we have a true and a true, we get true. If we have true or false, we get true. If we have false or false, we get true. The only way we get false out is false and false. So the gates work just as what we learned in the truth tables. Of course, not reverses the not as well. Now there is no if-then gate. We have to make an if-then gate. So if you remember, we have A and B, and we have true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. And we have if A, then B is true, if true, then false is false, and the last two are true and true. So if we have if A, then B, we have true, false, true, false, true, true. Now how can we do that if we don't have, in using a circuit, if we don't have the single gate to do that? We can make it. So what we do is we do a not, or, and we have A, and we have B, and we have C, which is actually equivalent to if A, then B. And we can do the truth table for this. And we have A, B, not A, and not A or B. And we have true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. Not A is going to be false, false, true, true. And not A or B, we have true or false is true, false or false is false, true or true is true, false or true is true, and we end up with true, false, true, true. So this circuit is equivalent to if A, then B. Now when I talked about Steve Wozniak, what he did was he looked at digital circuits, and he was one of the founders in Apple. And when he was starting out, he would get a digital circuit and he would say, look, I could find this circuit that is equivalent to this circuit, but it would use fewer chips. And if we can do that with fewer chips, it would be cheaper to manufacture. He'd go to the manufacturer and say, hey, we can do this cheaper, and he'd get paid for it. So you can actually, this was actually done a lot. And you can make yourself a multi-billion-dollar company if you get good at it. Now, just as we had more complex things to evaluate in truth tables, we could do the same with circuits here. So if we had not A or B, and we do and C. How do we do that in a digital circuit? Well, we have to work sort of backwards here. We do A or B, so we do A or B, and then we want to do a not A, so we have to put the not A in. And so we have not A or B, And then we need to AND that with C. And so we have digital circuit that is this, but in a digital circuit form. As I mentioned last week, we can convert this into a truth table, and we can actually look at the truth table as a binary number. So we could actually convert this into a binary number, or the circuit into a binary number. And of course, we could go backwards as well. If we had a circuit, we could go into this and then into a binary number or a truth table as well. We could go, starting with one thing, we could always go to something else. And that's the connection between everything we've been working on and the computers that we use every day.